Right now, somewhere in your home, there is an object that is costing you more cleaning time than everything else combined. You probably consider it beautiful. You may have specifically chosen it, and it is silently generating hours of maintenance work every single week that you could be spending on anything else. I am Keiko Nakamura. I am 72 years old. I have spent decades observing which home choices create cleaning burdens and which eliminate them. Today, I am giving you 20 specific items to remove from your home or never introduce into it if you genuinely want to stop spending your life cleaning. No philosophy today, no frameworks, just a direct, fast list of what to avoid and precisely why, moving immediately. 1. Black or dark granite countertops. Dark countertops are the single greatest cleaning trap in any kitchen. Every water droplet leaves a mark. Every fingerprint is immediately visible. Every crumb shows against the dark surface like a spotlight has been directed at it. Dust settling on a black granite counter is visible from across the room. The surface is not actually dirtier than a light counter. It is identically dirty, but the contrast between dark background and any light-colored contamination means your brain registers it as requiring attention dozens of times daily. You will wipe a black counter 10 times on a day when a cream or speckled counter requires one wipe, if any. If you are choosing countertops now, choose light. Choose speckled patterns that visually absorb variation. If you already have dark countertops, a permanent microfiber cloth stationed at the sink is mandatory, not occasional, permanent. 2. Dark wood flooring. Everything that applies to dark countertops applies with greater force to dark floors, because floors receive more contamination from more directions than any other surface in your home. Dark hardwood shows every particle of dust, every tracked footprint, every pet hair, every dropped crumb with immediate clarity. You will feel compelled to sweep dark floors daily because the visual evidence of needing sweeping appears within hours of the previous sweep. Medium-toned or lighter wood absorbs the visual impact of normal daily contamination. You do not clean less. You perceive less urgency, which means cleaning on a rational schedule rather than a reactive one driven by constant visual provocation. Chakra 3. Wooden kitchen worktops. They photograph beautifully. Every aspirational kitchen renovation video features them. They are, in practical daily use, extremely difficult to maintain hygienically. Wood is porous. It absorbs moisture, cooking oils, food particles, and bacteria into its surface in ways that non-porous materials do not. The visual appeal of a wood worktop degrades continuously with use as staining, graying, and surface damage accumulate. Cleaning adequately requires periodic sanding and re-oiling, not simply wiping down. Think of your cutting board, which is the same material in a smaller format. How clean does your cutting board genuinely feel? That is your wooden worktop after 6 months of regular cooking use. Choose sealed stone or quality composite surfaces that can be wiped clean completely. D4. Wooden toilet seats. Wood seats in bathrooms absorb moisture and bacteria regardless of finish quality. They are visually appealing in certain design schemes, but practically inferior to standard plastic seats in every hygiene measure. Plastic toilet seats can be cleaned to genuinely sterile condition with basic products. Wood seats maintain invisible contamination in microscopic surface porosity, regardless of cleaning effort. In a room specifically designed for hygiene, this is a straightforwardly poor material choice. Standard plastic seats cost less, clean better, and last longer. 5. Black fixtures and faucets. Black hardware in kitchens and bathrooms has become extremely fashionable. It is also extraordinarily difficult to maintain because the combination of dark background and inevitable water mineral deposits, soap film, and fingerprints produces visible contamination within hours of cleaning. Watermarks on black fixtures are immediately and clearly visible. Chrome and brushed nickel fixtures show the same contamination, but with dramatically less visual contrast. A black faucet that looks pristine when dry looks neglected within an hour of normal use when water droplets leave white mineral traces against the dark surface. If you love the aesthetic, consider brushed matte black, which shows fewer watermarks than polished black. If you want to minimize cleaning, choose brushed nickel or matte chrome. 6. Venetian blinds. Venetian blinds are horizontal dust collection surfaces multiplied by the number of slats, which in a standard window is between 30 and 50 individual surfaces, all requiring individual attention. Dust does not sit on blind slats loosely. It adheres through static electricity and accumulates in layers that require physical contact to remove rather than simple dusting. The geometry of slats makes cleaning tools awkward and time-consuming. A single window of Venetian blinds cleaned properly takes 15 to 20 minutes. Replace with roller blinds, which present a single smooth surface cleanable with one wipe, or use curtains, which can be machine washed seasonally. Either option represents dramatically less cleaning labor than maintaining Venetian blinds in a genuinely clean state. 7. Small bathroom tiles. With extensive grout tile size and grout quantity have a direct mathematical relationship to bathroom cleaning time. Small tiles mean more grout lines per square meter. More grout lines mean more surface area of a porous, bacteria-harboring material that must be addressed with a brush rather than a cloth. Grout in a wet bathroom environment accumulates mildew and discoloration continuously. Cleaning it requires a dedicated brush, a penetrating product, physical scrubbing, and significant time. A bathroom with small mosaic tiles may have 10 times the grout line length of the same bathroom tiled with large format tiles. Choose the largest tiles your space can accommodate. Minimize grout by design. If you must have grout, choose dark-colored grout rather than white, which shows contamination against its own background. Large format tiles with minimal dark grout are the lowest maintenance bathroom tiling choice available. 8. White grout. White grout starts white. It does not stay white. Within months of regular bathroom use, white grout develops yellowing, graying, and in wet areas, dark mildew staining that no cleaning product reverses completely. You will spend significant time and effort to take it from visibly dirty back to slightly less dirty rather than clean. Dark gray or charcoal grout shows the same contamination, but without the visual contrast that makes white grout look perpetually inadequate. The same cleaning effort produces a result that looks genuinely clean because the grout color does not set an impossible standard of maintained whiteness. 9. Freestanding bathtubs. Freestanding tubs are among the most photographed bathroom features and among the most difficult to maintain. The problem is geometric. A freestanding tub has a complete exterior surface, including the rear and underneath, that must be cleaned but cannot be easily accessed. Dust, hair, and cleaning product residue accumulate in the gap between the tub exterior and the floor. The rear of the tub, unreachable without moving a heavy fixture, develops contamination that is invisible unless you are specifically looking for it, but represents genuine hygienic neglect. A tub integrated into the wall or fitted against walls on 3 sides requires cleaning only on its interior and the 1 or 2 accessible exterior surfaces. The cleaning labor is a fraction of what a freestanding tub requires for equivalent hygiene. 10. Carpet in high traffic areas and bathrooms. Carpet holds everything that lands on it. Dust, bacteria, allergens, food particles, moisture, pet dander, and whatever is tracked in from outside all penetrate carpet fibers and are not removed by vacuuming alone. Research on carpet contamination consistently shows that even regularly vacuumed carpets harbor contamination levels that hard floors cleaned equivalently do not. Bathrooms with carpet present particular problems because moisture from showering creates conditions favorable to mold growth within the carpet backing and underpad, typically invisible until the problem is severe. Area rugs on hard floors offer the visual warmth and comfort of carpet while allowing removal for cleaning and replacement when contamination becomes irreversible. High traffic areas and all bathroom and kitchen floors should be hard surfaces if cleaning ease is a priority. 11. Glass front cabinets. Glass cabinet fronts are fingerprint display cases. Every hand that opens them leaves a print clearly visible against the glass. Children, guests, your own daily kitchen use all create a continuous stream of new marks on a surface that requires cleaning with glass-specific products and lint-free cloths to address properly. Solid cabinet doors offer identical storage with zero visual contamination from fingerprints. If you want to display items visibly, consider open shelving in a location that is observed rather than frequently touched. Glass fronts on regularly used kitchen cabinets are a daily cleaning obligation that solid doors eliminate entirely. Deurkreuze. 12. Elaborate decorative baseboards. Ornate baseboards with layered profiles and deep carved details collect dust in their recesses in a way that simple flat baseboards do not. The dust does not sit loosely on these surfaces. It packs into the channels and crevices and requires a tool with the geometry to reach into them, typically a toothbrush or detail brush, rather than a simple wipe. Simple, flat profile baseboards can be wiped clean in seconds. Elaborate carved baseboards in the same linear footage require 10 times the cleaning time for the same result. If you are choosing or replacing baseboards, choose simplicity. The visual complexity that makes decorative baseboards appealing is exactly what makes them cleaning nightmares. 13. White upholstered furniture. White sofas, white dining chairs, and white upholstered items of any kind are maintenance obligations that worsen progressively over time. The material does not become less white through catastrophic events. It becomes less white through ordinary daily use. Body oils from normal contact, slight variations in the cleanliness of hands and clothing that create imperceptible individual deposits that collectively produce an overall graying and yellowing that no cleaning reverses. White upholstery that looks pristine in year 1 looks compromised by year 3 regardless of care taken. Choose mid-tone fabrics with pattern or texture that absorbs visual variation, or choose leather and leather-equivalent materials that can be wiped clean completely. 14. Cabinets that stop below the ceiling. The gap between the top of kitchen cabinets and the ceiling is a grease and dust trap that accumulates contamination continuously and is awkward and unpleasant to clean. Kitchen air contains cooking oils in suspension. This airborne grease settles on every horizontal surface, including cabinet tops, where it combines with dust to form a sticky, difficult-to-remove film. Cabinets extending to the ceiling eliminate this surface entirely. There is no gap, therefore no accumulation. The cleaning surface is the underside of the ceiling, which is vertical and does not collect dust. The practical benefit is a surface that requires no attention. The secondary benefit is additional storage capacity. If you are fitting a kitchen, specify ceiling height cabinets. If you already have a gap, the most practical solution is deep, removable liners on cabinet tops that can be replaced rather than cleaned. 15. Gas cooktops with grates. Gas cooktops require cleaning in 3 dimensions: the grate surfaces, the spaces between grates, the burner caps, the burner bases, the cooktop surface beneath the entire assembly. Cooking splashes penetrate to all of these surfaces simultaneously, Food burns onto grate surfaces and burner caps and requires soaking and significant scrubbing to remove. Glass ceramic induction or electric cooktops present a single flat surface. Cooking splashes land on this surface and are wiped away with a cloth. The entire cooktop is clean in 30 seconds. There are no grates, no burner caps, no recesses. The surface is continuous and wipes clean completely. If you are choosing a cooktop, the maintenance difference between glass ceramic and gas grate systems is enormous. Gas offers cooking performance advantages for certain techniques. If cleaning ease is your primary concern, glass ceramic wins without contest. 16. Floor-mounted toilets in exposed configurations. Standard floor-mounted toilets have a base that contacts the floor around its perimeter, creating a narrow gap between porcelain and floor that is impossible to clean properly with standard tools. This gap accumulates contamination continuously. The exterior of the toilet base around the floor contact area requires a detail brush and deliberate effort to address adequately. Wall-mounted toilets have no floor contact. The floor beneath them is continuous and mopped in a single pass like any other floor surface. The toilet exterior is a clean geometric form with no gap at the base. The cleaning effort difference is significant, and the hygiene result is superior. 17. Washing machines and dryers in inaccessible locations. Laundry facilities in basements, in dedicated rooms accessed through multiple doors, or in locations that are not part of your regular movement through your home, create a friction that accumulates into genuine avoidance. When accessing the laundry requires conscious effort, loads sit in the washer after finishing. Damp clothing develops odors, and the entire laundry process becomes a periodic ordeal rather than a continuous routine. Laundry appliances in accessible main floor locations integrate naturally into daily movement patterns. A load started in the morning is transferred at lunch and folded in the evening without any of those actions requiring a special trip. The same laundry managed from a basement requires 3 separate deliberate visits to an inconvenient location. 18. Matte wall paint. Matte paint hides surface imperfections in walls and photographs beautifully. In actual daily inhabitation, it shows every mark made on it and cannot be wiped clean. The same properties that make matte finish visually appealing, the way it absorbs rather than reflects light, make it absorb rather than release contamination. A fingerprint on matte paint is permanent. Wiping it removes the topmost layer of paint and creates a shiny patch that is more visible than the original mark. Matte painted walls in lived-in rooms look degraded within months of painting and require repainting within 2 years to restore their appearance. Eggshell finish has a subtle sheen that photographs nearly as well as matte, hides surface imperfections adequately, and can be wiped clean with a damp cloth. It is the practical choice for any surface that will be touched or that is near a high-traffic area. Matte paint is appropriate for ceilings, which are not touched. It is inappropriate for walls in rooms where people actually live. 19. Countertop-mounted sinks with exposed rims. The seam between a countertop-mounted sink rim and the counter surface is where crumbs, water, soap residue, and general kitchen debris accumulate and resist removal. Wiping the counter toward the sink stops at this seam rather than flowing smoothly into it. Undermount and integrated sinks eliminate this seam entirely. The counter surface extends to the edge of the sink opening without interruption. Wiping the counter surface clean is a single continuous motion that deposits everything directly into the sink. No accumulation at any seam is possible because no seam exists. This is a detail that sounds trivial until you have spent time trying to dig accumulated debris out of a sink counter seam with a toothpick, at which point it becomes a decisive consideration for any future kitchen. 20. A home larger than your actual needs. This final item is not a product or a fixture. It is square footage itself. Every additional square meter of home is additional floor to clean, additional surfaces to dust, additional windows to wash, additional rooms to maintain. The relationship is direct and linear. A home twice the size requires twice the cleaning time for equivalent standards. The aspiration toward larger homes is deeply embedded in certain cultures. It is worth examining practically. 3 bathrooms are not 3 times more useful than 1 bathroom. They are 3 times more bathrooms to clean. A formal dining room used 4 times annually is not a useful room. It is a room requiring 52 weekly cleanings to maintain readiness for 4 uses. Right-sizing your living space to your actual daily life, not your theoretical social life or your aspirational entertaining patterns, reduces your cleaning obligation proportionally. If downsizing is not currently practical, applying this logic to how you use your existing space, closing off rooms that are maintained but not genuinely used, reduces the effective square footage requiring regular attention. The pattern in all 20. Look at this list, and a single design principle emerges clearly. Every item here creates cleaning difficulty through one of 3 mechanisms: dark surfaces that show contamination through contrast, textured or porous surfaces that trap contamination physically, or geometric configurations that make access for cleaning impossible or impractical. Understanding this principle allows you to evaluate any home item before acquiring it. Ask these 3 questions. Does this surface show contamination by contrast? Can contamination physically penetrate or accumulate in this surface's texture or geometry? Can I reach every part of this surface easily with standard cleaning tools? 3. No answers mean the item is a good cleaning choice. Any yes answer means you are accepting a cleaning burden in exchange for the other value the item provides. Sometimes that exchange is worth it. The important thing is making it consciously rather than discovering years later why a beautiful item has been quietly costing you hours of cleaning time every week. Your home should support your life, not the other way around.